Okay, in the video I just noticed that little red light before the platter right there. Looks like it's blinking in the video, but it's not blinking in real life. So sometimes that's what happens in videos. This video is just to show that this Denon is working fine. There's a lot of parts that can go wrong. There's way better videos on how to use the Denon than I'm going to make right now. I'm just showing you that all the features I can think of are working. I have tested the digital out, that's working. I've tested both RCA outs, even though I'm just using one right now, as you can see the cable back there. But all that stuff works in the back. What I'll do right now is I'll turn it on and off. There we have it off. You can see the screen there. I'm going to turn it on, and then it has the little part that comes up, says its name, takes a little bit to load the operating system, and then you're ready to go. I'm going to be using a CDR because although this isn't an old CD player, sometimes people are concerned, does it have the sensitivity to play a CDR? It certainly does. So we're going to load this. I tried to pick out tracks that are DJ-like, but at the same time are hopefully not copyright free. We'll find out. There's 3 tracks in this CD. There's the first track. Alright, so we have pitch range here. You can see you get the option of 10%, 16%, 100%, or off. I always liked, I don't know how much of that you can read, but I can move it close. Okay, so let's see. Pitch, bend, 6, 10, 16. You can see we'll slow it, speed it up. Key adjust, or key lock, they sometimes call it, or pitch correct. So it keeps it in the same key. That's using an audio CD player. And there's without it on. I'll show you it at 100%. That's with 100%, as you see. That's pretty cool how it could do that. This is an older player. Really solid old school electronics I remember and love. And we used to use these even before computers were as good. So turn it down a little bit. Obviously the audio is coming through a speaker and then onto my phone. It's got CD quality audio. There's Q. This brings it back to the beginning. Of course, let me see if I can remember how to do this. So this, there was a different method than the Pioneer. You hit pause and then you can move it around. There we go. Okay, so it's playing. There's the platter. You can see the platter is spinning. You can always decide to not have it spin. With platter mode, that's working. This is a CD, so because it's a CD, we're going to be able to use the effects on a CD. I have used this as a controller with a Serato scratch disc, and then you don't get to use the effects because those are only going to, they're going to affect an audio source. Actually, it would probably be bad because it would distort that. But for you playing a CD, as you'll see here, you hit it on flanger. There's the flanger. I always liked filter. This is the low let me turn it up. This is the low pass filter. You have an option. You have an option of, over here you can do low pass, mid pass, high pass. So only the high frequencies come through. As you'll see here, we're on the track number 1. I've got it on play lock mode. I've reset all the defaults. You can actually have it so that in the middle of play you could fast forward it if you want. But play lock is engaged so you don't accidentally fast forward it in the middle of DJing. But here we'll advance. There's track 2. Okay, and there's track 3. Here's track 3. Alright, and these are your hot starts. So we set 1. There's our second hot start. And there's the third hot start. These are all set. Pioneer does it a little differently than Denon, but you can get used to this method. So it's at 31 seconds right now. So there's the, go back to the beginning. So I'm just doing the hot starts. And then if you want to get rid of them, you clear that out. Clear hot start 1. There you go, see that? And let me try this other track. I kind of like it better. A little more spiffy. So again, what else can we do here? Let's see. Oh, here's break. I didn't use all of these features, so I'm not even sure how they're supposed to work. But you can adjust your break timing. So you can make it really long, a really long break. And then when you, wait a minute. Classic vinyl. You should have classic vinyl selected, I believe, in platter mode. I'm gonna have to edit this. Oh, I have to have break selected. I didn't have it selected, okay? I took break off. When you hit break, though, you also get an option to change the time. I have it at the max time right now, all right? So now we don't get to change it anymore. See that? So now it's gonna stop like a vinyl record. The stuff is coming back to me right now. All right, and then of course you could make the break a lot shorter, like 1 second instead of 4. And that's a shorter break. I showed you key adjust. I never use these buttons. I'm assuming they work. I don't even know really how to use them or get into that. There's a USB back there. But I never use that. So I think that's pretty much it. Oh, let me show you the looping. Well, first of all, we'll clear these. So I didn't really need to do that. I was going to incorporate that. So this is your loop over here, A and B, which you can trim. Let me come over here. I need to use my right hand. I didn't do that right. That's stupid. So now it's looping. Alright. So now you can loop. You know, I used to do this with announcements. Loop that, let it go. Now it's gonna go. There it goes. But you can come back to it. We need to make another announcement. And now we've engaged the loop again. So that's looping over there. That's a lot of fun to work with. These are kind of basic stuff. You see up here the time. You can do remain or elapsed. Continuous single. There's a utility button that works. I tried that earlier. I can't remember what display does. We're exiting that. But essentially, as it looks to me, everything is working just as I remember it. Oh, when I hit Q there, it didn't do the turntable sound, because if you hit Q, it's just gonna go back to where your Q point was set. Again, Denon, you probably know what Denon is. You wouldn't be watching this video, but Denon does do things on the queuing just a little bit different than Pioneer. After a few DJ sets, you know, it just sinks in, and that's the way you work. So that is my Denon S3700. I used to use this, and it's a great Denon, and I did move to Pioneer got incredible respect for Denon. Denon was always kind of the DJ company that had character, you know, that had kind of like a funness to it. Whereas Pioneer, I love Pioneer too, but they were like so more on the like totally like clinical professional. But they're both great. But this is Denon. It's working solid. This is the CDR once again coming out. So eject and all that stuff is working great. And hope whoever buys this is gonna have a wonderful time DJing with it, which I know you will. Okay, there it is, the Denon DN-S3700. Okay, just 2 extra little features here. So you have a break we talked about. Here's dump. This is actually for if you think a bad word's coming, you have a quick little way to get yourself out of that. Doing school dances, any kind of event, weddings, corporate, you don't want it in there. And then the other one is reverse. So dump is what you do if you want to momentarily just mix up the music but kind of go with the flow. It miraculously keeps it in the right vibe or right tempo and at the right position. But this one actually reverses things. So now you're actually playing backwards in reverse. You can see the seconds are coming down. So that's one. And then I did want to show you that fast forward works great. There you go, good old fast forward. And reverse, going back. And then, you know, all that stuff. So just wanted to add that. Looks like I covered everything. I really think I covered it all here. Great CD player for someone to enjoy.